Morning, folks. It's the 4th day, 8th month, 2021. And here we are, another day. Seems like another downer, but I didn't want it to be. I'm going to zoom in here on some chem bomb deployments over Carpinteria area here in the Gulf. Streamers, 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 streamers. And in advance, please excuse the building next door. I decided to do some kind of refurbishing or something, so there's been lots of bangings and a grinding, hustle and bustle is going on, so these people got some work. All right, got a chem deployments through here. I know it's a bit faint. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I know some of you don't like NASA and all, but well, these are the only images I get. I'm kind of like a pig, huh? Oink, 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 oink. Our oppressor cloud. Very square looking to that, isn't it, as I zoom back? A telltale sign of electromagnetic frequency usage. People say HARP, but that's an actual device up in Alaska. So you could just say it's EMF. Or a HARP type array, you'd have to prove. But yes, when people say that to me, I understand as well. Big EMF there. And as we go up in here toward Indonesia and all that, horrible, horrible control of this equatorial transition zone, kind of where the equator moves in one direction in one hemisphere and the other. They'll tend to blend, right? So the mix of the winds in the chem doesn't usually cross the equator without a big pulse happening. And what I meant, they'll spin. It's hard to describe how the transition between the equator happens. I'll have to show you on a mimic, and you can actually see. I'm dreading to do this, but I'm going to do it. Mimic. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, to kind of give you an example of what I'm talking about, because the way it came out my mouth was describing it kind of wrong. So let's fix that, right, shall we? I'm just going to get an image up here. Dun, 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 dun. This is Mimic TPW, and usually I can see whether there's been big beams on here or not. But I'll kind of, once it gets loaded, I'll freeze it. Okay. Oh, we've had a big beam. Let's watch it for a minute, shall we? I just want to see what went on. Now that I'm here and I have your curiosity, that's a big pop and it's just occurred. Right, what I want to show you is how this moisture moves here. And how it moves here. And there's like a band of where this moisture tends to stay in the northern hemisphere and this moisture tends to stay in the southern hemisphere. See how this is flowing down kind of like this, but almost this is mostly streaming this way. Right? So that's what I'm talking about. So where those meet is the trans-equatorial boundary. So controlling the band here, where it says 0, is very, very important. So they'll hold moisture there to pop down. So you see a lot of chem deployment over Indonesia, through Bali and these islands in the Papua here, and everybody think good thoughts that the genocide stops there. If you don't know what's going on, you better look into it. It's not just Palestine getting on. Now I want to see where this beam was. I seen it a moment ago. It's over off the U.S. coast. Boop. It'll be on a different. Oh, there we got a flash. There you go. Here we go. Right down here. Australia? Get known. There's a pulse here. Got a pulse here. Bzzz. There you go, Greg Free Hanford. So really, a pulse came down, went across the planet, and wrapped back around. It's hit over here at Africa. Look at this. This is not a little bit. Yeah, not good at all. So that's going to have some fuckery effects. And earthquake risk is now extremely high when they're popping the mantle like that. Look what they did over the top of here. I won't be surprised if you get something quakeage going on here. Well, it's not, shouldn't have quakes there, but it wouldn't surprise me. The conditions are right. Did we get a pre-beam? No, we did not. Yeah, we did. Right here, Australia. You're guilty. Watch this. I'm sorry, I just taken a sidetrack. I hope it's working. Alright, let's go. You got a beam. See? I'm backtracking. See the beam still here? Just keep looking at that spot. I know the screen's going to jump. You're seeing it curving out, the beam. I'm still going backwards. Ooh, big pulse, folks. Big pulse. Now I'm going forward again. The other edge of the beam is here. Conically going out that direction. Up here, up here, up here. What's the object? They're manipulating this hurricane or cyclone. That's why this beam has been deployed. And I'll tell you what, that's a big boy. That's more than one beam has been used. Alaska one is here. Could have put a pulse this way to hem the storm there. This one hems it there. This goes inland. And the entire World Geoengineering program has just aided in the flooding of the area where the Three Gorges Dam is. Holy shit. You want a timestamp on that, folks? I don't always like when I look at these maps and I see these things. We also have a really big pulse over the center of the United States right here. This is mimic TPW. I wasn't planning on doing a mimic feed. I use this to see the world moisture. That's what this represents, these colors. These colors represent moisture that can fall in, if it all fell at once in that one spot. Or per hour. So I can't remember the exact one, but that just gives you basically, it's precipitable moisture. And we found that microwaves and various other EMF devices interfere with moisture, and we could see when it's, where it interacts and how. And we got a beam right here, here, here. Yeah, so that's what that is. So I'm going to go back now into my worldview, because I have a very important one I want to show. So I'm going to take you now. Let's go up and look at what they did. With patience, everybody deal with the buffering that's going on, and we're going to be dealing with. We're going to deal with it. All right, let's see what we got here. What they're manipulating is this one here. So we've had a beam come from here, from Alaska direction. We've had a beam come out here from Russia direction. Evidence of the beam from Alaska's right here. See it here? That straight line edge. That one here came down and straightened that edge out. And this one here from Australia pushed it up, because it was a different type beam. It had a curve to it. So that's like a broom. You'll sweep or an oar, push that right along. So yeah, this is set up to and fed to go over Japan and Korea and them. I don't see that as being the full path of this. No. No, she's coming up and over Fukushima. It's fed to go there. I've seen this enough. Even this head shape on the edge of the coastline is going, oh my God, send it away. Oh no, Tokyo. I can't help but laugh sometimes. Even that cone head look to that face makes me go, Look my world different now. I'm thinking big, man. Big. Look at these chem bombs here. Yeah, it's fed to go here. Absolutely. All the moisture and the catalysts are being put in the air here. The storm is coming. This is geoengineering a cyclone. That's not the Windows symbol. This is our planet being hacked instead of a computer program. This is unacceptable. Yeah, chem bomb deployment definitely feed in this storm. What in the absolute? Really, it's like watching Bobby on Hank Hill from the old show. And you go, Bobby, this just ain't right. And this just ain't right. And this whole program is Bobby being not right. And it's like watching that guy on Chief Wiggum's son picking his nose saying, I'm helping. And here's his snots all over the whole freaking planet. Chem bombs streaming off. When the past just putting their crap out. That's going to catalyze, and it's designed to do things that the geoengineers need atmospherically to make this storm. Look how square this storm is. I wasn't really planning on showing this. I was planning on showing you a red chem deployment off the coast of Aberdeen. But I think this is more important. Because this could be a killer storm at any time. Where do they say the eye is here? Is this what they film and say, here's the eye of the storm? Well, it ain't the eye of anything other than the Illuminati trying to get their way with the world. See how square that looks? Chem bombs suck, man. They just do. And all this is falling out into the fisheries and the beautiful water itself. And water is alive. At what point isn't this just poisoning another creature we don't understand? The cloud of death proceeds. Look at the color of that. That's not healthy looking. Fluffy white, nice clouds like Bob Ross would paint. This is like the confused, hold the side of your freaking head kind of face you see in some of the torturous art. The blue period of Picasso. And well, my God, this is horrible to watch. Well, I'm going to take you straight over to what I was going to show. Right, I can't take it. I'm going there now. So I'll take you back a day to my last image here of England. I'm going to go right here off the coast of Aberdeen. I'm sorry if it went all choppy on you. Now I'm going to sit back and let it focus. Would you look at the gelt? Every flight decided to come in this way. Every one of them leave a what in the hell color cloud is that? Stonehaven, Aberdeen. What have you been breathing? Desiccated cells that have no DNA in them? That look like red blood cells? We're going to be investigating the fallout. Was there a fire here? I need to know some things. But do fires, make crisscross patterns like this in the sky? Not usually. There's smoke just streamers out. And I'll show you an example of that here, hopefully in a moment. Great big thick ropes of crap at the top of England and Scotland yesterday because I filmed it. I was hollering outside. Look at this shit. And another rope of what the fuck is over here. And yes, I just swore. If you don't like I just swore, oh well. Well, it's for a place called Ann's Truther. Telling the truth about this shit's just not fog. Okay? That ain't fog off your coast. That ain't fog over here making that all red. We have had a deployment of nasties. And if the sun was at that angle, all these clouds would be lit red. Right? Don't go there. I've already thought about that. And to say that to me is telling me I'm a dumbass and I'm not a critical thinker. You know what I think? I think this geoengineering program is fucked. Look at all these chemtrails coming out over these beautiful islands and fisheries. People be eating fish out of this, You be eating this shit that's falling out. If you want to eat shit, just stick your head in a fucking toilet. Better yet, just fucking get a cup and skip the two girls. Just have yourself a tea. Because that's what you're doing. You're breathing shit. It's going in your food. It's in your mouth while you're breathing and walking around. Dogs all panting. You wonder why their breath smells like shit. Look at the sky. I couldn't resist that. You want to see the sky? Look at this shit. Yeah. And I don't like the color of it. This is sickness mix, England, and we copped it. They sprayed us yesterday. It'll be falling out on us over the next 46 hours. Every bit of it. And God knows where this is blowing. I know what needs to be blowing is this big bell end down here of weather. And they could suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, and fuck it, fuck it, fuck it is what I got to say about their rules. Their rules say this is what's good for us. And you know what? This is not good for us. Not at all. Chem bombs fucking suck. And look at this shit over the Irish Sea. This is undeniable proof. that we are being poisoned. This is undeniable proof that there is an evil in charge of world governance. What the fuck is deploying here? I've seen enough clouds before to know when there's an anomaly. That's an anomaly with some kind of a green colored shit coming out. Or making an ice that gives off that color. A lot of miscoloration going on around this little pluming bastard with little lines streaming right there, but none there. But none there. Fuck. This is bad. And I'll show you the difference between this and fire smoke. I'm going to take you to a really thick plume. I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to go over here to the right, to the east, and I'm going to go up to Russia. Look at this plume of smoke they've got going on. Right? You think you're the only ones burning? The fires are here. The plume. Right, Europe. This is going to influence your weather, Europe. This is not healthy stuff. All the stuff and metals and crap we've been spraying for years has gone in the soils and has been wicked up and drank like straws into the tree roots. And now it's on fire. And everything is breathing it. All life. Don't just think that only the life in this one little area got burned. Everything is affected by this. All life is affected by these pollutants. Burning season, folks. They're doing their sacrifices to their cube of Saturn. Look at this shit going toward the poles. Magnetic particulates in the smoke spreading out like streamers of flux lines. And that is a chemtrail. Chemtrail. I don't like chemtrails. Another big fire zone area is over here in Canada, in USA. I'll give you a sense. So see the difference between what smoke looks like and what was off the coast of Aberdeen? Here, let that zoom in now. Sorry, like if I'm moving, it chops up like that. For now, we just have to deal with that. I do the best I can for everybody, right? Know it. And when I see chemtrails like this from a distance, over here in Iowa, I know we got a big problem. I know this is something that's beyond needs to be discussed. It's long overdue to stop calling us crazy and just look up and notice. If you give a fuck about a family member, you damn sure hear them out. When somebody's talking about rape, you should give them a fucking ear. Well, guess what? This is Sioux Falls air being raped. Your sunlight being raped. A chem bomb edited out of the feed above Hinton. I suspect they're big high-level balloons. They're really big, but we can't see them from here. Why? Because they got all sorts of cloaking shit they could put on the bottoms. Even a big when you see these folding TV screens, I can make material out of that shit and wrap a balloon in it and just play what the sky looks like all around them on it. You'll never see it. You'll only see what it does. That big hazed out bullshit. Look at this crap. These are chemtrails. Sioux Center, one took a great big turn. I'm sure somebody on the ground had to have seen that. Had to have taken a picture of it. And if you have a picture of it, here's proof from above that what you saw from below is a chemtrail. Chemtrail, chemtrail, chemtrail. X marks the fucking spot. What's this missing a spike here? What's this, one of the NASA moon pictures here? Was Pocahontas poking us with the hocus pocus? Because the hoaxes poke us far too often. Fucking Christ, this is bad. I'm getting really upset. And it's bait to hold the fire smoke in the air. Isn't there blocked enough sunshine with the smoke? They don't need chemtrails to block sunlight. And that's their excuse for doing it. How dare they think they can insult my intelligence? And tell me that's a naturally occurring cloud formation near Wabasa, Clements, Sanborn. Chemtrail, 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 chemtrail. Right over Jefferson, Thornton. Right over the top of your fucking heads, and I can see it here all the way from England. Really. And it's holding the smoke in the air longer. As I go up here over Winnipeg. Look at this one. Look at this deployment of chem over the top of you. Chemtrail, 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 chemtrail. Wouldn't it be unhealthy to be flying your passengers through this type of air? Or is the object to make lungs as toxic as possible? At this point in time, before they run you to a gate and take your temperature and say, here's a statistic, here's a statistic. Look, statistics, 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 statistics can suck my motherfucking dickus. You know, I'm getting sick of it. I'm sick of statistics. I lie with statistics and I want to stick their fucking stats up their ass. You can stick your lying stats up your ass. Really, it's just the mood I'm in. You're banging on the fucking wall all morning. Let it out, Robert. Let it out. What we got here? Rossburn. Oh, there's a cool name. Wayway Si Capo First Nation. Oh, beautiful. I hope I pronounced that right and I didn't insult anybody. But look what they've done to you. Look what they've done to your First Nation people. Wayway Si Capo people have been copping it right here with chemtrails. Look what they're doing to your precious special mother. What's that, like the bone? They're hitting all of us over the head in it. And it's just tragic when I see this. Riding Mountain. Broke back riding mountain. They're breaking all our backs with this shit. Wow, they got some cool names. Love the names of these tribes. Let's see if I can pronounce this one right. Oh, I can't read it. It keeps getting smaller, folks. I'm not going to attempt that one. I don't want to insult anybody. Tutinaowazibienga Treaty Reserve. I hope I did that right. But I love to give a try to things. Because then if I get corrected, I'll learn new ways of pronouncing things. Oh my God, Canada, don't you ever tell me again you don't get chemtrails. And I've heard that one before. And all I got to say to that is, would you go to August 3rd and look at Winnipeg? Right? Go over the national park over here and look at this thick rope of crap. And this thick rope of crap. Over your protected areas to hold the smoke in the freaking air. They're moving it where they want to and dropping it where they want to. Have it, have it, have it. They say Lake Superior never gives up or dead. But it doesn't say that Lake Superior doesn't kill people. And what's going on over here flows off that lake is a well of a different color than the rest. So the smoke is in there. Fucking hell. This is just horrible. How can we not sit back and wash our mitten? Sometimes I think it ain't the kitten that lost the mitten. I think humans have lost a plot. And they're putting us all in the plots now, ain't they? Taking a big old plot right on top of us all. Chemtrail, 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 chemtrail. Hello, Wisconsin. Y'all fucked. Look at that shit over the lake. And it's toxifying your lungs. So I go up into the beautiful lands of the Upper Peninsula, which borders Canada. It is an animal zone. And it shouldn't be trashed like this. Oh my God. Look at Mackinac Island. Oh my God. That's sickness mix. It's a different color than I'm used to seeing. But then again, there's light refracting smoke, and I don't want to fear pouring it up. I don't want to say to you, if they just sprayed the vaccine on us, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say, oh, those illnesses my friends are telling me about are keeping to themselves. That looks like a huge fucking pyramid. Look at this. I'm going to go back and look at Lake Skegamog. Well, you got a lot of smog of a Skegamog. Traverse City. Oh, there's a really nice ice cream there. Uh-huh. It's got cherries in it. Yeah, it's good ice cream from up there to sell it in Michigan. That and a Faygo. I kind of miss. That's just stuff you eat and drink, isn't it? At the end of the day, we're eating and drinking this fucking EMF fucking toxic soup full of fucking chemicals and whatever's burned up in all these trees and whatever our oppressors decide us to have it, have it, have it. And one time, we need to take a stab at freedom. Big piece. I'm tired of the looking.